All right, everyone, thank you for sticking through the break. If you just got here, we are getting into another Super Smash Bros. Game, this time SNHU Yellow versus Fisher East. We are getting right into it. Mateo on the Palutena and Toucan Sam on the Hero. This is going to be an interesting little matchup.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. We were just actually talking on the break about my experiences with Dragon Quest XI, where the game with one overworld song that is 2 minutes long, and Mateo seems to have the same frustrations that I do, taking it out on Toucan Sam with all these up airs, but able to answer back, counterplay. Though every member on this Fisher team, from what I know from the roster, is incredibly strong. So it's going to be a tall task for SNHU Yellow. And you know what? Getting lucky on a whack might help.
Yeah. I can't say that it would hurt at all. Hopefully no more bad luck on this Pokemon Stadium mat. No stage mishaps. But yeah, Mateo is taking so much early momentum. It's so great catch on the zoom there too. It's so tough to play this hero when you don't have the space to menu.
Yeah, if you're getting pushed on, because like you need to actually read what's going on there, right? If you don't get a chance to read what's going on there, you down B and you hit kamikaze, right?
Yeah.
If you don't look, you kamikaze.
Yeah, that's not ideal. That is definitely not what Toucan Sam is going to look for here. Getting a little bit more room to work with here. That sizzle was a great catch off stage. That's a nice little stock there for Toucan Sam. A little bit of a percent lead for Mateo. Hopefully no more up air strings. At least that's what Toucan Sam is hoping for. Very low on mana here.
I just want to point out, if he had just pressed down B twice there, he would have kamikazed. Kamikaze was the first option there on the menu. And you know, that Sakurai himself is laughing every time that happens, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is such a scary position now that Toucan Sam is so far out of this advantage state, though. Mateo just really has a tight grip on this game right now. That snooze doesn't go far enough to alleviate a lot of the pressure. That's a great grab into a greater throw there, securing another stock for Mateo.
I mean, I get why he shields on ledge, right? Toucan Sam has been doing kind of a lot of jabs in the open, trying to find something. He figures, all right, if he's jabbing air right now, trying to hit me, he's probably going to get an attack. Made sense. Great catch, honestly, by him. But Sam's been able to answer with some damage here, finally hitting some on this second stock. And again, once again, kamikaze first option on the menu.
Yeah, you can't just like let it rip. You can't top shelf it and hope, especially when you're on one stock. That's just not a viable option. Toucan Sam, though, really turning it up. That thwack was almost terrifying Mateo, leaving this plane for a brief moment in lieu of losing that stock. That was great play by Mateo there, and going this far off stage means that Toucan Sam just doesn't have the mana points to make it back.
No, honestly, used a lot of MP on that Kaboom earlier, too. I think he had like 18 MP or something when he went off, so not a lot to use all the options that come up there in response.
Yeah, that's the tough part about Hero. If you just get a little too crazy with your spells and your regular specials, then suddenly you're off stage and you just don't have a recovery anymore. It's just gone. And
that happens with Robin too, right? You can lose Elwind.
You can, but I think it's a little harder.
I think it is so. You would have to be getting absolutely destroyed in the marketplace of ideas to lose your up B.
Either that, or you are using your up B as an aggressive option, which at that point, I have no idea why anyone would do that. But I suppose it is theoretically possible.
Not wrong. Hey, I mean, it's possible, I guess. I love going into Special Fall in the middle of the stage, actually. I think it's cool and based. That's how I prefer to play Smash.
I think that's the winning strategy. That's what's going to take me to the top of Granite State Grind this weekend.
Great plug. Better than what I was going to say.
This Sunday,
October 22nd, 1 p.m. Bracket start, 11 a.m. doors open.
It's always a great event. I will plug it at the end of this stream as well.
We'll both be casting there too.
We will. You'll be able to see us in the flesh and not just through these...
That implies that I'm made of flesh.
I think that is a can of worms that we cannot open on...
You're so right.
...on a weekly broadcast. Maybe you revisit this.
Here's the thing. this is the best place to open it, right? Oh, weekly broadcast. So I worked at Hi-Rez for a few years, right?
Okay.
I had so many weekly broadcasts, and so many of them were like the console league. Oh, we're casting the bottom 2 teams in the console league again.
Ooh, that's...
And you know what? There is some times I watched an old clip. This one player's name was Burt's Bees Knees, and my 2 co-casters, not me, I was not casting this game, but 2 of my caster peers that I worked with there, they just talked about Burt's Bees for 5 minutes. You know what? That's when you do it. When you're in week like 13 of the console league,
yeah, you're running out of things to say.
You're running out of things to say. You've seen Burt's Bees Knees play for weeks. You might as well say something. And you know what the worst part is? We didn't even cover every game. We picked like highlight games.
What a world that you have stepped out of, and now are implying that you are not made of flesh.
Honestly, I missed it. Quacker's Pokemon Trainer versus Mateo Palutena. I'm just saying that to get us back into the game.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen smoother segues, but I've seen worse. This is that Palutena was so strong from Mateo. Quackers has to put in some work to tackle this and start this sort of climb. Make sure that it doesn't spiral too early here. With Toucan Sam taking a stock, it gives Quackers a little bit more room to work with.
Am I crazy to say that I think Quackers is a really aggressive player? Is that a hot take, or is that a
I feel like that's not a hot take. I feel like that's closer to a lukewarm take, if anything. Pokemon Trainer is just one of the characters where you can just kind of dictate the pace, but at the same time, you know, Squirtle is a very aggressive character.
Yeah.
Ivysaur just kind of, it does Ivysaur things and it works.
Yep.
Because that's the way that character plays. But you know, this Squirtle is getting a lot of percent really early. Mateo not really able to get set up where they want to be. Finally makes it back to center stage. We see the side B coming out from Squirtle. That's very rare. Nice little grab, sending off stage. The Ivysaur comes out. This pressure might be pretty huge, but finally Mateo able to get the pressure off for a moment at least.
See, I think Razor Leaf is so dangerous to be doing at these close ranges. I think Quackers is going to have to be really careful because I think Howard can get on it really quick, but great dropping through that platform, catch him. Now going Charizard to this higher percent, but just wants to get back to Squirtle, start racking this spam with this combo. Daring to grab, going to get it now, but that down smash not going to connect. Still holding middle stage. They're actually both fighting for center stage now. That Nair, Palu so hard to contest will put Mateo back in a good position.
Yeah, but this Squirtle has been so effective for Quackers. Whatever, you know, hits Mateo's been able to get, they haven't converted really thus far into anything super substantial, but reads the get up on the stage, takes the stock right when I say it.
And now the big hitbox actually let that up air really do quite a bit here. I was going to say, so what I was trying to say earlier, the reason I asked if you thought Quackers was an aggressive player, I feel like Palutena should do good into players that are aggressive, because all of these really hard to answer hitboxes, right? You know, she has these like invincible bears, really easy to catch nairs, up air, kind of disjointed. I just feel like as a character, Palutena should be effective into the kind of player that Quackers is. And now we're starting to see Mateo kind of get a feel for it, putting up these walls of hitboxes that are going to be really hard to get through, and getting another stock off of this with Quackers. 0% now for him. He can stay Squirtle for a bit, but going to have to be real careful.
Yeah, that was great patient play from Mateo. And like you said, Mateo finally was able to sort of get set up, get in the zone, and start sending out those big hitboxes. Didn't really have the opportunity to, just because Quackers was aggressive enough to close the gap. Now, with, you know, Mateo sitting at 90, that's a beautiful little jab block, but doesn't go into a smash attack. Still, 114 is not where you want to be if you're a Palutena.
Yeah, no, you're definitely light enough to be hit at this percent, but now chasing off the top, Mateo might be able to end this before this becomes a problem, but falling up air. That's the second stock I believe it's taken. Quackers getting the first player down from Fisher.
You know, it's not ideal. You'd want a couple more stocks there if you are Quackers, but taking out a player is still taking out a player. That's always a big sort of milestone in any of these crew battles. You know, obviously with, you know, some players, you want to take them down sooner rather than later, as we saw last game. But, I mean, taking down any Fisher player, generally speaking, it's a nice little deserves a nice little tip of the hat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, every player on this team is top notch from what I have seen, and they just have so many players on their roster that are all good. I literally have no idea who they're going to send.
Yeah. I mean, Fisher's such a difficult team to sort of predict because they have that roster depth and because they have that
roster right now,
that general like strength of every player being so very skilled.
I am going to pull up the full roster actually, so I can make accurate references. I just need to go to the right place. Okay, so I believe they have 2 players. This roster specifically, because they have Fisher Northeast, East, and West. I believe this roster specifically has 2 New England PR players. I think just 2. And I believe that is Kiwi. She's a Pac-Man player. And Luxa, who is number 3 in New Hampshire. Ike player, as we all know. I correct people for uns and uhs so much, but I cast so little that it's coming back into my vernacular. This is a problem. And I believe they have a player that is mass ranked, just mass ranked. I think that is Sauce, the Mario.
I believe you are correct. We did do a little bit of scouting on our end during the break.
We did.
You know, plenty of time.
I did that actually while we were actually there. Okay, I need to type in Fisher as soon as possible. Yeah, this website is so horrible on mobile, it is instantly crashing my web browser.
Well, that is certainly a shame. Not much I can help you with.
Yep. No, and you know, all the team pages are hosted like in browser, so if I can't like go to the Fisher page. Tony Pajamas.
Oh, Tony Pajamas on the nest.
I don't remember if they're NE or NEPR or MAPR. I think they're MAPR because I think they were lower, and I think Kiwi was 15 on the NEPR, which is the furthest down they go. So I believe Tony is MAPR, maybe old MAPR, because I was looking through some older PRs as well.
All I'm going to say is that playing into a good Ness, it makes me a little sad. Ness is a tough character to play into.
Ness is also a tough character to play. I mean, like the control you have to have over that character that kind of plays so like uniquely with the big double jump, trying to do side magnet stalls, like all that stuff is not easy.
No, very very high level stuff. One of the more difficult characters to get proficient in.
Yes.
In this game. Actually, a lot of Fisher's roster has sort of those higher skill ceiling players. I know you mentioned Kiwi playing Pac-Man. That's another one of those characters that's really, really difficult to get the hang of because there's so much that you can do.
Yeah, it's like just an open, like a blank check, I guess. I was going to say open book. That's not what I wanted to say. You just have this character that just has all these tools that can work in all these different ways, and it's like, hey, can you always pick the right one for every single situation?
I believe
all these 84 matchups or something you have to remember.
I believe the cliche that you were looking for was blank canvas.
Blank check is actually a term though. Blank check is when you get a check that you can put any it's like getting infinite money.
I'm aware. Blank
canvas also works. But I just wanted.
One does not have monetary value attached to it. Regardless, we are getting into.
How much would you pay for the Galaga?
I have no idea.
You know what? Thank you for shutting me down. I need someone to just tell me that every once in a while. It's like I said earlier, that's like me going home after a bit and Emma, my wife, saying, wow, that wasn't funny. I need someone to do that for me. And right now, Quackers needs someone to get him out of these PK fires. So able to get out, but Tony Pajamas with a catch on the air, almost finding the next projectile too. This one might be cool.
Oh my goodness.
Well then, you know what? I think that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I'm not even sitting up in my chair anymore.
There's nothing I can really add to that to make it pop any more than it already did. But youch.
Quackers wants to run it back. That's what he's saying.
Run it straight
and that's
back,
coming from
indeed.
that's coming from his heart. That's coming from he has been named the indomitable human spirit in Discord for the last year. How long? Quackers, how long have you been the indomitable human spirit in Discord?
For a while now.
Like almost 2 years, right?
It's been a long time.
It's close.
I'm going to argue with you on this because I feel like it's been a very long time.
Last year. Your name in Discord was Indomitable Human Spirit though for like since last year. Quackers embodies the indomitable human spirit, is what we're trying to say. He doesn't remember when he changed his name because he's so focused on persevering.
That's the indomitable human spirit at work.
Yes.
You can't focus on the small details.
No.
You gotta move forward.
He's gotta do battle and persevere. I'm trying to see who's going in. I think it's Bobson.
This is not a conversation that I would want to be having. You see that performance from Tony Pajamas, and you're like, all right, gang, who's going in?
Who's up next? Yeah, it is. It looks like it is definitely Bobson. So me brawler.
That
We
Bobson
assume.
brawler.
Maybe it's another me. I don't know. He's probably gonna play me brawler, but he does play all the me's.
That me brawler is kind of sick. Just like
Go crazy. I think me brawler is like considered the best of the me's.
I would not be surprised. Has a lot of options.
I think me gunner has kind of been gaining respect recently though. Just like Capitancito and Sonic's playing their insane rivalry where he just like has him figured out. Sonic's tweeted recently like, how do I deal with me gunner? Like, me gunner is definitely like moving up on the list, but me brawler has been like considered the best me for a while.
It's crazy because I feel like we've been seeing a lot more me's recently than we have in the past.
People are getting bored and experimenting, and they're realizing that me's are actually fun and not a meme.
Yeah, their stock is definitely rising. No pun intended. It's really interesting to see these sort of characters that started off, you couldn't even play them online in Smash 4 and really were not just an option at all, slowly sort of grow like higher and higher tier.
Except me Sword Fighter.
Well,
no one plays me Sword Fighter.
Every trio has the cool one, the underrated one, and
And the what? The what, Matt?
the what?
The what? Exactly. I actually kind of like, hot take, I kind of like playing me Sword Fighter.
You play Banjo and Bowser Jr.
I played Banjo for like 3 days.
It felt like more than 3 days. Anyone who plays Banjo for more than 1 day has committed to a character far more than anyone else.
I played Banjo, and I tried to play Banjo, and I was like, I don't like this character, so I stopped. I played Bowser Jr. I play a little bit of Incineroar.
Incineroar is pretty sick. I'll give you that one.
Thank you. I had to stop because it made people mad. It made our friend group mad.
That character is kind of sick.
I play Mario.
Okay.
And I picked up all the Miis.
Fuck this one.
Fair
You
enough.
remember that? I had like a psychotic break one day, and I just like made 3 Miis all named Craig, and they were just the same guy. I just played as 3 different Craigs.
Well, I get the feeling we will not see Craig here
We're not going to see Craig.
specifically.
Bob said, you got to be Craig for me. I'll tell you if he's Craig. I'll see as soon as he's going to be a Jack, because he always says, oh no, he's actually... That is a Yakuza character that I cannot remember the name of right now, so I'm not going to try.
It's got like kind of the Sakurai haircut.
That's definitely a Yakuza character. I don't remember Tatsuo. That's it. Yeah, I played Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 7. He's not in either of those games.
Anyways.
So anyway, Tony Pajamas and Bobson are playing right now. And Bobson with a good setup for a combo, but Tony manages to get out of that jab block set up there. And I love Tony going for these setups here. PK Fire potential setup DJC into that second one, and
No way.
He's crazy with it.
I mean, that just hurts. That just hurts to watch. That hurts to have happen to you. Tony Pajamas is just so good. There's nothing more to be said. He's just really good.
Yeah, very, very good. We just will see another DJC into that second PK Fire, chasing him off the side, try edge guarding with the yo-yo, but Bobson able to jump over and manage to make it back to center stage. Has to avoid this projectile spam as Wingmeat Brawler doesn't do great with here. This Nair is just, he's just building a wall with these both projectiles and these aerials that he's putting out. The fair, the Nair, all of it, so good. Actually catches him with that hit of the bear magnet stalling to avoid a bit of damage there. Bobson just can't find a way to get in an unbreakable wall. Bear sends him flying off the side and gets eaten by the stage. Karmic retribution for what we saw in the first set earlier today. Bobson's hoping to take one home here. He has to just get in on Tony. He's just so hard to hit.
The openings aren't there. You can't get in when you're literally just up against the unstoppable force.
And Mii Brawler is not an immovable option.
No, absolutely not. It's so tough because Tony Pajamas has been so good at just controlling the entire stage. No matter where Bobson is being sent, Tony Pajamas has an answer. I don't really see a way for it. Yeah, there was no real way for Bobson to get in there.
No, yeah, I mean, he just played super safe, patient, accepted when he hit a PK fire, and then he would just find the setup to follow through with it. Just excellent NES play.
Yeah, that is some flowchart gameplay there. If
I don't want to call that flowchart because he was styling. I mean, unless style is in the middle of the flowchart, I don't
honestly.
I understand why you're saying that, but I hate to give it that label because it was pretty sick.
At that high of a level, I would not be surprised if style was like the second part of the flowchart there. You know, you hit a PK fire,
Zaz on him in the middle of the flowchart. Oh yeah.
Hit a PK fire, hit another PK fire, style, secure a stock.
That is called DJC. I mean, it's double jump cancel, right? It is a DJC PK fire that he was doing, right? I'm not crazy. I'm not misusing that terminology, right? I'm asking you. I'm not sure if you know. Twitch chat is answering me. I can't see what you're saying. I don't. I don't have it anywhere. I just have a broken League OS link here instead of Twitch chat.
I'm just gonna stare you down because I think it'll be funny. I can't commit to the bit.
Am I that funny? Do I look that funny to you?
No.
My clown?
No.
My clown? like funny how?
I shaved my head to look like you.
I disagree.
Anyway,
how long do you think we could be? How long do you think we could be silent on cast without it before it gets weird?
Maybe 3 seconds. Outside of gameplay, you talking, or?
Yeah, like right now.
Oh, not very long.
Okay, 3 seconds. You were right.
Yeah. I'm glad
we like the limit. See, there's some things you can only test live, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some things you can only really push the limits of.
Is that how it is?
No.
I feel.
But I wanted an excuse, and you've ripped out the curtain.
I feel like we're just having a good time here.
That's really the point of it, right?
You know,
that's how I was always taught.
Yeah, we're kind of in a spot in the season, you know, where we're not, you know, game one where you know everyone's so hype, but you know we're not towards the end where every game has such higher importance.
The season is surprisingly short this year.
Really,
all the regions have been compressed.
Interesting.
Like we only have 6 teams in our div for Overwatch.
Really?
Yeah. Well, 7. Sorry, we have 6 matches, 7 teams.
Got it.
Same amount of teams signed up. No difference there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just less teams in the divs.
Yeah, that's definitely going to change the dynamic about how teams are gonna prioritize their time.
Yep.
I think across the board,
For sure.
generally speaking, we're gonna have Ongrono coming in for this next matchup.
On the Ken.
He has to be the one to take down this NES, end the sort of reign of terror.
This is not the first time I have seen Tony Pajamas do this.
No,
It is not the first time.
I
Probably won't be the last.
I swear to you, I heard the name Tony Pajamas, and I got a legitimate flashback, straight up. To the last time I had to cast Tony
I was gonna say,
Pajamas.
like, it could have been like an Amanda Show flashback, because that's where this character is. I think it's from the Amanda Show. It's that or all that. But I'm also 8 years older than you,
Yeah,
so that's why I remember that and
crazy.
you don't.
That's crazy. No, I'm talking about the player.
Yes. But I think it was Drake Bell, actually. Maybe we don't talk about Drake Bell, actually.
You know,
come to think of it.
There's a reason why I'm not engaging in that conversation.
Yeah, we're going into game
We're going
now.
into game.
That's how many players you got?
10.
I mean, Ken Street Fighter is
10
character.
Street Fighter. And we'll see how this goes for him. Arlie, yeah, there's the DJC PK Fire into the fair. That's 50% every time he hits that fire.
That's disgusting.
Assuming no scaling on PK Fire. Madoka manages to go through. He eats the PK Thunder, but doesn't go through. And actually, Focus Attack does not catch the fair. Is it because it's a multi-hit or just the timing on it? F smashed on the edge. Ugh.
Yeah, grab not quite close enough to connect, and Tony Pajamas takes advantage. Look at how strong he's playing here. I mean, you gotta find a way to close the gap, but there's no way to get in, really. Tony Pajamas has all the options to walk down.
See, right now, Grano's trying to space it out, but Tony's just approaching so aggressively. I mean, I was in the middle of a sentence. I would have popped off for you, Tony. I'm sorry if you're rewatching this. I should have popped off for you, but I was mid-sentence. Here we go, probably 47%. 3 PK fires chasing him off stage. Agrano should be able to recover. Still caught by that Nair in the middle. Wants to just go for that again, but not going to be able to make it. Still grabbing that F throw. Tony's going to go for this. Bear will get Agrano taken out. What a play from Tony.
Yeah, I mean, that stings. It is a mirror image of the previous match. I really, I would not want to play into Tony Pajamas ever. Generally speaking, just as a rule, if I could ever avoid that, I would. It is. I don't even know what adjustments need to be made at this point to sort of counter that NECC play, because it felt so fundamentally solid.
Yeah, I wish I could give better tips about the matchups for these players, but I'll be honest, a lot of players on yellow play characters I am not as comfortable with, right? I mean, I have a bunch of characters that I've put time into. I mean, I've been playing Smash since 64 when it came out because I'm just that old. Like, I have definitely, like, a fundamental understanding of how a lot of these characters work, but I've never liked the Shotos. I've never really liked Pokemon Trainer. I kind of liked Ivysaur and PM, but like that obviously doesn't translate at all. You know,
No.
I know. But yeah, I'm just not really a huge player of any of the characters on yellow. It's like weirdly in an anti-comfort zone for me.
Yeah, it's so tough to even, you can have all the game knowledge in the world, but if you're not a high level player, sometimes you just don't know how to respond to other high level players.
Yeah.
A lot of things work on paper. On paper, Shulk is the strongest character for Smash Brothers Ultimate.
We're not going back to this.
We are going to go back to this because I just made it happen.
You did.
But
I can't argue with that.
There's a lot of stuff that you can, armchair analyze.
Yes.
But not all of it matters when you actually get into a game scenario.
Yeah.
That's the tough part about playing a team like Fisher.
Yeah, and a good part in a way, too, because you can also then look back and see what they're doing and try to take stuff from that. I'm going to use some of my previous experience as a player here in TF2. Right,
Ooh,
Team
we're
Fortress
going
2.
far back.
We are going far back. I mean, 2012, 2016. Oh, I guess that's pretty long ago now. In TF2, right, as I was going up the ranks, every season that I led a team, we went up in division. And it was noticeable every single time you could get away with less and less as you went up in division. And that's the kind of thing. It's like, what I would do is I'd play a season, and the divisions in TF2 were medals. The highest was platinum. There was no diamond division. It was just like plat was like the peak. It was like the best players were in platinum. For 9v9 specifically. I doubt there's any 6v6 TF2 players watching this right now, but like you started in iron, and like every season I would spend one season in that medal division, then I would get playoffs in that division next, and then move up, because you go there, you play against these good players, you lose, you learn, you move up. That was how it always worked, and you have to play against those players to learn that.
Right. Yeah. We're at a point in the season where games like this can be super, super beneficial because you have that tape to study for the rest of the season. And going into next semester too, this is all tape that they're gonna probably be looking back at, seeing, hey, how can we adapt to these super high level players if we face Fisher again? What are we gonna do differently? Because that both of these teams are looking towards playoffs, even at this juncture in the season.
It's further into the season than we think.
Yeah.
Because the seasons are so compressed. Again, I will pull up my phone to show you how many matches are actually remaining, because this I can access without going to League OS. Luckily, won't have to crash my phone to take a look at this. But I made a schedule. That's part of my management duties. I made a schedule of every single match we play this season. Smash. So yellow has 2 games after this. This match is the exact halfway point of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Well, it's because of Thanksgiving also. I think Thanksgiving break is before playoffs start.
Oh, yep.
So there's going to be a break in broadcast, but 9/26, right? Season starts here. We have a month of games. Instead of, I think playoffs are going to be at the start of December as opposed to during December break like they were last year.
Makes more sense.
It does make a lot more sense, in fact.
A lot of holidays happen during this this semester. Canadian Thanksgiving.
That's why they call it oh my God.
American
Canadian
Thanksgiving.
Oh, listen, I'm happy that the Canadians did not have to reschedule their matches entirely, but I did have to tell a lot of people that Canadian Thanksgiving existed the last week because a lot of people did not know.
Yeah.
Tony Pajamas versus NordVPN is coming up next.
I didn't want to see Tony Pajamas come out first.
Quackers really wants the run back. Quackers wants the run back so bad. That's all he's been saying off mic to my left.
All right. NordVPN has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
And well, I mean, this is the PK matchup here, right? The basically Echo fighter here. But
Indeed, it is great. Able to get back to ledge. I'm surprised that Yo-Yo did not deny the recovery, but still, Tony Pajamas with such a huge early lead.
Yeah, early off the rip, and I feel like if any player is going to be able to gimp the recovery like that, the PK magnet drop, get a little health off it too, not what you want to see here. It's going to be someone that plays Ness, right? Someone that has so much experience against using and probably against that recovery. Two here, Tony Pajamas 17% only off that first stock.
Yeah, that's not a lot of percentage at all. NordVPN down a stock means that this is going to be an uphill climb. Although I think he knew that going into a game against Tony Pajamas after that last game in this set. But things have slowed down a little bit here. Tony Pajamas letting some of the pressure fall off, waiting for the opportunity, and it seems like he found it. Although not without a response from NordVPN this time.
We'll see if he can get back. Tony Pajamas does not hold the edge that closely, but wants to set up for an edge guard, but actually pulls away the down smash, wants to fight it a different way, a grab. Or will let him back in, but Under will not connect. Bear just narrowly does it. Not even a kill spark on that one.
Yeah, that was just barely a couple more steps in the wrong direction. And that doesn't secure a stock, but now Tony Pajamas back in the driver's seat, gets the spike.
Well,
indeed. Some chips in the armor definitely were seen there. Tony Pajamas took, I think, more percentage in that matchup than he did.
Quackers is moving with purpose. Quackers is in. He wants this run back.
You know the gif of the really buff dude
guy
walking into a McDonald's? That is the stance.
That is the exact stance that Quackers just had.
Rolled into the other room with. He is ready for this run back.
I only know that GIF in reference to the Persona 3 OP music being played behind it. For some reason, I wish I could tell you why, but the opening to Persona 3 was put behind the clip of that guy walking into the store.
I mean, look, I'm going to start a fight. Persona 3 has the best music in the Persona franchise, and that is where I will cut off that topic. Flame me if you choose, but I am right.
This is not a debate we need to have right now.
Oh yeah, but this is the point in the season where we can open cans of worms, huh?
You're right. No. But because you know why? It's just because I haven't thought about it yet. I'm trying to think of a way to get ahead of you, and I was gonna say either P5 Strikers or P4 Dancing.
Ooh, P4 Dancing is a solid choice.
Thank you.
Anyway. I really want to see Quackers get this run back. The indomitable human spirit.
I just want to see more players manifest too.
Yeah.
Like not only obviously seeing Tony Pajamas play Ness is a treat, but I want to see a variety of people.
Yeah, there's only so much Ness.
Emma plays Ness. My wife plays Ness. I see so much Ness.
Yeah. I feel
that's just a me problem.
I feel like there's a daily limit. That anyone has of how many Ness stocks that you can watch, how many Ness games that you can watch before it just loses the spark, the PK spark perhaps. but Quackers getting the run back. He's so strongly desired. Let's see if he can make good of it.
Oh, catching, actually caught during the PK Fires. Can he make it back past that PK Thunder? Caught in, though. Manages to avoid that Nair and doesn't make it back. Wanted to snap to ledge, but not giving it there. Like the high recovery, but caught by the down smash on ledge.
Yeah, that is not the start to the run back that Quackers wanted, but the switch to Ivysaur might prove fruitful. This pick has squeaked out a couple of rough stocks where it did not look like Quackers was in advantage at all. Ivysaur is just one of those characters too.
I feel like I just want to see him Flare Blitz when he gets to Charizard. I want to see the silliest Flare Blitz.
See, me too, but he's not going to do it.
I know he won't. That's why I'm upset. Oh, wait. Are you sure?
Please hold. I may have just made it happen.
We'll see.
Just let it rip.
No. I just want to see random Flare Blitz neutral. It's not good, but I want to see it.
I do believe that exact call was being made by the rest of the SNHU team. Back to the Ivysaur. This is a great character to get some of this pressure off and sort of slow Tony Pajamas down, in my opinion. At least it's been a lot more effective.
Yeah. Does get a stock there, and he's catching. Tony wants to edge guard so bad that these Razor Leaves that he's doing as he's dropping to recover have been hitting him every time. It's not adding up a lot of damage, honestly, but it's definitely slowing down his ability to edge guard.
Yeah, it's not allowing Tony Pajamas to play his game. It is, I think, the key. That was a nice little recovery there to get Quackers back to center stage. This is a really, really good look for Quackers.
Next hit's going to take him down, though, and it's going to happen.
Yeah. When you're on that ledge, you're in such a vulnerable position. You really have very limited options. Into Ness, who's so great at ledge guarding.
Yeah, and I like how he is kind of bouncing back to Ivysaur, because he definitely feels like something that Tony is not handling quite as well as the rest of it here. And
absolutely not. Quackers is turning up right now.
We've seen Quackers just goes on these sprees. He is like, I like that down B there to go through, but up B neutral, that should be a punish. Fire, you'd think it wouldn't be very effective, but it's effective enough, and that's what I wanted to see.
That's the one
little Blitz. That's the one we're going to see.
If that hit, that would have secured a stock, too.
Oh, forgot how heavy.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Well, PK Flash. Quacker says he will run it back again next time.
I believe him.
I do believe him too.
That was a significantly that run back. You know, I was
having a very good time. I'm sorry, you didn't see it. You get Sam walk by and doing this.
Dude, the energy of Quackers is just so infectious.
Yeah.
That is the kind of player that I'd want to be on a team with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even in those sort of lower moments where a lot of teams might get very discouraged, he's so full of energy. That's a player that you need during these tough games.
That's why he used to be on 2 teams.
Fair enough.
He was on Valorant White when it existed, and Smash Blue.
You know what? That positive mindset really, you know, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but it's one of those intangibles. You need it on any team, whether you're playing together concurrently or you're playing together sequentially. A good mindset is going to bring everybody up.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 key intangibles, right? There's that, and then there's how you handle being under pressure. Mm-hmm. Like those are definitely 2 things that if I, as a coach, that I look for in players, but it's so hard to find the pressure, one, until you actually put them in a situation, right? Yeah, I can't be like, welcome to the tryouts. You're in a situation. You know, you can't just do that to someone. You can only see that when the match actually rolls around.
Yeah, no, hey, welcome to tryouts. It's actually NECC finals, so good luck.
We're actually going to land for your tryout. Surprise.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, you're absolutely right. SNHU is kind of in that position now where whoever is going up next.
Quackers again, it looks like he's going back in round 2. Right back, round 2.
Could you imagine?
It's Toucan Sam, if you're wondering.
It would be really funny though.
It would also be very against the rules.
Yeah, but could you imagine? What if they gentlemen's agreement?
Gentlemen's agreement to run back.
The third run back.
Actually, it would be the
second run back, third shot.
I thought you were going in again. You're running it back again. Next time.
Next time.
Next time. Cracker stood like this and said, next time. It was a lot
Bro.
more intimidating from him, though, because I have nary a muscle on my body.
You know, Quackers was kind of in the power stance
He
there.
was. He was stanced up. That's how I know he's ready.
Widening that frame. Next.
If I was a lizard, I would be so intimidated. His frills would be out.
Anywho,
Hero is coming in next.
Hero is
against
coming in
us.
next. This is either going to be a very tough matchup or the gimmickiest, goofiest. We've seen Toucan Sam pull out a couple of just RNG fests.
Yes.
Honestly, I feel like that's not the worst strategy going into Tony Pajamas.
Just trying to whack and thwack.
Sometimes you just need a crit.
That's true. I mean, and you don't have to fish for them. You're just going to get them.
Yeah.
Like, eventually.
Yeah, it'll just happen. The spell list, as long as you're not top shelfing it, putting yourself at risk, can come in really, really clutch. I need to see Toucan Sam really take advantage, manage that mana, but also sort of take every possible opportunity to get on the aggressive here.
I think he needs to get under these platforms because I can't imagine he wants to be above Ness. Ness's potential to juggle with up air is so massive, and the platform carry too. That is a much too charged up B. He doesn't get the tech off the stage too. He's gonna have to do a highly charged one. He does manage to get back to ledge actually to still PK fire with a great setup. Will slip by, but 87% to 34. I think not where you want to be here.
Absolutely not, and very low on mana too. Makes this very tough. Oh, the PK thunders
just
coming
zoom.
out. I mean, it's so much quick damage with very little punish potential when you have that control. Why not? Get that back air, secure the stock. Toucan Sam does get that mana reset, which might prove a little bit helpful going into this. You know, you want to have as much mana as possible, but it's still really a tough position.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Let's do here. Actually, call by PK Fire. Getting chased down the magnet. Stall there. He's looking for Zoom. Does not get it. Roll the dice. That is a nat 1 on recovery for Toucan Sam. Actually, the weak back there puts him in a spot where he can get a follow combo. 2 fares. He get too much further. Tries to get that magnet stall. Is he going to be able to make it back? Has to charge it up all the way. Doesn't hit him with the spike. Running to chase. Doesn't get Zoom again. And Tony.
A reign of terror.
I think of that. You say Reign of Terror, he just...
Why?
That's one of the joys of Smash.
Why is it that the most like friend-shaped character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that isn't named Kirby is just an absolute monster to play into? Kirby's not an absolute monster to play into.
No.
That's what I like about Kirby. He's a friend through and through. Ness, however, there's some darkness behind those eyes.
Yeah, just pools of ink.
Indeed. That is, there's nothing but pain. Nothing but suffering behind the eyes of Ness. And
Go on.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I thought you... have you played Earthbound?
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I really exposing myself here for not playing.
I was going to say,
Earthbound.
I don't think there's that much suffering in it. I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of suffering in Earthbound, but like,
I don't know. I feel like Earthbound's kind of a dark game. Either
Mother
way,
3 is a dark game, but...
whatever darkness is there is being used to great effect onto this SNHU roster. I believe Bobson coming in looking to be maybe the hero, maybe second guess.
Possibly. I mean, it's Bobson or Angrana, right? They're the last 2 left.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
We shall see momentarily.
Oh, he left something. It's going to be Bobson for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me... I was going to say me Gunner. I don't actually want me Gunner. I want me Brawler.
I was going to say, why?
Not even a hard choice.
Why would you want...
Or me Sword Fighter to do the Reflect. The Rainbow Reflect.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Well,
I've played against Bobson to be Sword Fighter. It's not bad.
Well, yeah, but are we going to see a me Sword Fighter for one move?
Yeah.
I really wish that I could do the single eyebrow
I used
raise
Pyramithra.
right now.
I used Pyramithra for one move.
Okay,
Down B.
that doesn't count. That's that character's
Like,
gimmick.
well, what is it? No, what is it? You use Zelda in Melee for one move. You become Sheik. And then you're a good character.
All right.
I'm just spitting facts. I don't know what to tell you.
Look, all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk smack about Melee, but then I realized that I don't want people breaking down my door.
You can say you don't like how Melee feels. I mean, like, PM is better for feeling personally. HDR is better feeling personally. And that's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
Because a lot of people do not like HDR.
I don't disagree with you. Anyways, we are going in here. Bobson needs to be a hero. Not a hero, because we just saw a hero.
Yeah.
A champion, we'll say.
All champions are made. Pokemon Stadium is where champions are made, and we'll see how that happens. At the very least, you cannot magnet shot put.
No, you cannot, and that might be a great tool for Bobson to be able to use to close this gap, put some pressure on while you're not right in Tony Pajama's face. But Bobson is keeping it really, really even here, catching a lot of early damage and sort of getting Tony Pajamas off his game here.
The spacing was pretty good early too. He was kind of like ranging out Tony's Nair and just kind of waiting out of it. But now that he's approaching with fair, it's gonna be a lot harder because that is an active hitbox. It's out the whole time.
Yeah, that was a great stock secured from Tony Pajamas. But Bobson, now at 0%, has a little bit more room to work with. Not if he gets comboed, however, able to kick out of it. But these PK fires deal so much damage. So oppressive.
I think did Bobson change his move loadout as well? He had the command grab one earlier on.
Yes.
And now he has that, right?
I feel like he had a Tony Pajamas.
Listen to the crowd go wild.
The crowd roars in approval.
Shades of Steven versus Sonics from last year. That was better. You're so right.
The back throw just barely able to secure the stock. This is a one stock v one stock scenario for both of these players. The problem is Fisher East has 9 more in the bank, might not even have to use them. What a read for Tony Pajamas, catches the recovery backstage. And this might just spell the end for Bobson.
He's going to do it again.
He's gonna
Not
do it
this time.
again.
Oh, he recovers in time? I assumed that would have more lag than that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, apparently. We're all learning new things today. Nice little combo from Bobson, but doesn't secure him to a big move. Doesn't run into it. Plays patient. Bobson running it back a little bit here.
Rage to go for a ladder. If Tony keeps going for really silly stuff, like, he could just get a ladder and end it here, but Tony is very good at not getting hit by, like, he slipped out of these before. There's the magnet set up. No punish by Tony, though, on the landing. From that flip, manages to slip under him. Next hit, honestly, might do it if Bobson doesn't drop the combo. Back throw is very good.
No, you
I know. Hot take. Back throw is strong.
Ness back throw.
I know. I
is
couldn't believe
good.
it either.
I don't believe you. But some flashes of brilliance being shown there from Bobson. Absolutely. Yep. When Bobson was able to get in, it felt like he was really in strong control of that matchup.
Yep.
But God, I wish we had a camera set up to see the sight.
We could transition to that camera.
We
I just don't think our mics are on that scene.
No.
So we would be silent. We can end with that scene.
What a shame. But
we're getting intimidated by
we
Steven
are.
and Quackers.
Yeah, Quackers. Still waiting for the next run back.
Mark his words. He will be handled. The words of, I was going to say your full name, but I'm just going to say Quackers because I don't feel like giving out full legal names on broadcast.
No, I feel like that's not our jurisdiction. But yeah, some very strong moments even against the Titan that is Tony Pajamas. This is going to be an interesting run back to see later in the season. I expect to see this matchup again.
I think also their divisions combine in playoffs too. So blue will also be in the mix with yellow.
Interesting.
But that also means the other Fisher team will be in the mix too, who I wish I could look at the roster of, but League OS keeps crashing, so I can't.
Well, that is going to be something for a little bit later in the semester. Not too far, but still got a few weeks before that gets into direct view.
Mid-November.
But in the meantime, if you are aching for some more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, as if you haven't had enough tonight,
There's only one place to go.
we have Granite State Grind coming up this Sunday. Seems like it's going to be a pretty decent turnout.
Yeah, more than I was expecting for a Sunday. We've had some Sunday tournaments that have had lower turnout, but we have the fact that we're over at 25 right now is actually crazy to me because I don't think we've had any Sunday tournaments that are close to that. Saturdays we've been getting 50 plus every single time, but our Sundays have been a lot lower, and this is a surprising turnout for it. Doors open at 11 a.m. above the dining hall, second floor dining hall here on the Southern New Hampshire University campus, and bracket starts at 1 p.m. So if you want to show up to watch, play, those are the times to be there.
We'll be there. It's going to be a good time. Those events are always super hype.
Yeah.
Just because everybody's so amped up to be there, especially with it being the first one of the semester of the year. There's gonna be a good vibe there. We hope to see you out there. It's always fun. Other than that, tomorrow is Wednesday, which means that we will be having some League of Legends.
8 p.m., I believe, for both games. I just sent out the Google invites to the Outlook invites today, so I believe it's 8 p.m.
Well, in any case, keep your eyes peeled on all of our social media just to make sure that you don't miss a thing. Obviously, our Twitch, you can follow right here. Turn on those notifications. Get live notifications when we are live. Also, we have our Twitter. We have our Instagram. Both of those we will be posting to for match times.
Both of them are SNHU Esports.
SNHU Esports. You can find us basically those platforms. We have TikTok as well, which I believe might be getting some usage.
It is definitely being defibrillated as we speak.
But keep your eyes peeled. Also, join our Discord server.
Yep. Discord.gg/SNHU Esports. We got the vanity link back.
We got the vanity link. We're all fancy.
We did get it back. It was broken for a while. It's back, though.
So, with all of that information combined, you will never, ever miss a moment here at SNHU Esports. I've been Matt. You have been Bobby. It's been great to cast with you, and it's been great to see everyone in this arena and everyone at home. We thank you dearly for joining us, and we hope to see you back very, very soon.